Hello, it's Helen from Journal with Purpose and welcome to my Plan With Me video for January. For my bullet journal, I'm using a Rhodia Gold book inside a green Art Deco Navigator cover from Start Bay Notebooks. And for my sketching, I'm using a Staedtler pigment liner with a 0.05 nib. For January, I've decided to pick the theme of feathers. When I set up for 2019, I started with a dream catcher and I thought that it tied in really nicely. To colour in the stem of the feather, I'm using a pigment liner with a 0.5 nib. And I will use that again to bolden the outline of the feather. To add colour, I'm using Tombow ABT brush pens from the new Candy set, and they are numbers 401, 403 and 910. I'm now using the brush pen to letter out the word January, and I'll also use it to write a quote on my left hand page. The quote I'm writing is, "Be like a feather, strong with purpose, but light at heart." The next thing I'm doing is setting up my calendar page for the month. I've been using this layout for a few months now and it works really well for me. It gives me just the amount of space that I need. For the layout, each box is 6 dots wide by 6 dots tall. I'm writing out the days of the week across the top, and I also leave some space on the right for tasks and for social media. To tie in with my feather theme, I'm going to be adding some feathers to the spare boxes that I don't need. And I'm now using those same brush pens to add colour and make sure that it ties in throughout the whole month. And this is how my previous calendar is looking partway through December. The next pages I'm setting up are for my gratitude pages and habit tracker. I'm using a Tombow Fudonowski calligraphy pen with a soft nib, and I'm using some washi tape from London Gifties. For my habit tracker, I write the dates across the top and then all of the habits that I want to track down the left hand side, and I've changed some of those things this month to tie in with the goals that I've set for 2019. And again, to tie everything in, I'll be adding some feathers down the bottom. I then decided to add just a little bit of colour to each of the feathers. And you can now see my habit tracker and gratitude log from the previous month. I'm now setting up my master task list for the month, and this acts as my brain dump for all the different things that I know I need to get done, and I break it down into work, personal, creative and social. For some quick decoration, I'm adding some stickers from Aurora's Heart. I use these pages to record any tasks that don't yet have a place on any of my weekly spreads. I'm now setting up my reasons to be proud and notes pages, and I fill out a few lines every evening of things that I want to recognise I've done well. And my notes pages I often use if I'm watching YouTube videos or any kind of ideas pop into my head that I'm not yet sure if I want to do anything with. And the coloured lines were inspired by Christina 77 Star. I use skinny washi down the edge of the page just to mask that area off so that the ends of my lines look neat. I'm just going to add another couple of stickers from Aurora's Heart. And these are how my pages are looking partway through December. I'm including some new pages in my monthly setup for January, and the page on the left is a mood tracker, and I will be sketching out a peacock feather, and I'll include a key at the bottom and then colour in between each of the feathers every day. And I then want to look at that next to my habit tracker to see what kind of impact it's had. The page I'm setting up on the right hand side is for a cleaning schedule. One of my goals for 2019 is to try and stay on top of housework. So I'm going to break the month down into 4 weeks and record some tasks in each of them that I know I want to get done throughout the month, and hope that this helps to keep me on track. I've included a simple sketch of a mop, and I will then use those same Tombow ABT brush pens to add the colour. These are the final 2 pages that I'm including in my monthly setup, and the first one that I'm setting up is my finance tracker. By day I work as an HR consultant and I already track all of that finance separately, but during 2018 I was lucky enough to earn some money through Journal with Purpose, so I decided it would be useful to have somewhere to record the income and expenditure each month. The final page I'm including as part of my monthly setup is somewhere to write down any ideas that I have for my YouTube channel or blog, and I often get comments left asking me to film videos on certain things, and this is where I'll now be able to record those ideas. I've been asked a few times if I could share my first week of the month setup in my Plan With Me videos. So this is how I set up my weekly layouts, and the layout is inspired by Leven's at Pen Paper Soul, and I use that same skinny washi tape to mask out the areas where I want to add colour. I find this layout works really well for me because I've got lots of space to add my tasks for each day and shorter boxes for the weekend, which works really well. And I also include 2 mini habit trackers on the top right hand page. I always like to include a quote too, and I'll be sketching in a little feather just to tie in with that theme for the month. For the layout itself, each of the columns are 9 dots wide in case you want to recreate it for yourself. This video's been longer than my usual Plan With Me setups, but I hope you found it interesting to see the different layouts that I'm going to try out in January. And then of course I'll let you know next month which ones have worked out and I'm going to do again, and if there's any that I'm going to drop. I really hope you've enjoyed watching this month's Plan With Me video. If you have, it would be great if you would give the video a thumbs up, and if you're new to my channel, I would love it if you would consider subscribing. If you've got any questions or comments, please do leave them down below and I'll definitely get back to you. And thank you ever so much for watching, and I look forward to speaking to you in the next one.